Hey YouTubers, guys and gals, Frank here again, playing some more Black Desert Online. This is going to be a guide on AFKing and what it means for the game and what it means for you and how you can actually either get some money while AFKing or, why you want to AFK in the game. So let's get started. Right, so AFKing in the game, there's a few reasons that you actually want to AFK in this game. And I don't necessarily mean just AFKing for a few minutes or, to run to the restroom or to run, somewhere really quick. Though you can use these tips for that as well. This is more AFK overnight. AFK, you're going to be gone to work. AFK, more than a few hours, basically. So most of these tips that I'm going to be giving you, you don't want to or you do want to do in safe areas. Granted, you can do these in unsafe areas, and you do have the potential to get attacked if you're, PvP on or in dangerous areas by monsters. So I would suggest doing these. If you're going to do them for any period of time, just do them in the safe areas, and those are the ones I'm actually going to go over. So first off, the reasons that you want to AFK in this game, there's a few different reasons that you want to AFK in Black Desert Online. First of all, the in-game time that you have on any character or your total characters actually translates to rewards that you get in the game. So if you look under either the rewards tab, or you can get to it from going to the character sheet and then tasks, it shows up what the rewards are under time, right? So right now I have one that I haven't actually picked up yet because I don't know which one I want to choose. I have the option to choose a mount name change coupon, a mount skill change coupon, or advanced cooking dish. Plus, I also get an awakened skill reset, which awakens your or resets your awakened skill that you chose. I haven't even claimed this one yet because I'm not sure which one I want to pick up. But you can look at the list of things under the time tab here. It shows you you accumulate loyalty points, but you also accumulate the account time, right? So your account play time accumulated right now. I haven't unlocked the 1,000 hours, the 3,000 hours, or the 5,000 hours, or the 10,000 hours, which seems really ridiculous. Basically, 1,000 hours translates into, I think it's roughly 41 days, somewhere around there. So I'm getting pretty close to that. I've got about 35 days on this character and a few hours on some of my other characters because I mostly leave my character online playing. So when I get to this, I'll have an appearance change coupon and my choice of bed that I want to put in my house, which these beds are actually, I believe, the 3-point beds, which gives you 3 energy while you're asleep in them. So great stuff. You also get things like character inventory expansion slots, glasses. You actually, at 5,000 hours of accumulated time, you get a pet, either a cat or a dog coupon. So it's great stuff that you just need to keep your character logged in to obtain. So if your computer's on anyways, you might as well keep your character logged in. You can also minimize the screen and put the game actually into the tray while it's doing any of these AFK tasks that we're going to go over. That you can leave it there and it uses less processing, and you can actually do other stuff on your system at the same time while you're letting your character AFK. Another couple reasons why you want to leave your characters AFK in the game is energy. I leave my character all the time, either in bed AFK, which is one of the things that you can do while you're AFK, to generate energy. So if you're out of the game, you're going to be generating energy much, much slower. I don't know the exact time, but I think it's about 1 point every like 6 minutes, I think. It's fairly slow. That's why most of your alternate characters, if you've never noticed, don't regenerate energy as fast as the character you're actually logged into at the time. So it increases the rate at which you're going to get energy. Now, it's still faster to be in a bed. It's going to be basically double or triple, depending on if you have the 3-point bed, of the amount of energy you're going to be returning while you're AFK. But some of these tasks you're just going to be doing, and you'll be getting energy back, like fishing and whatever. The other thing is, while you're AFKing, depending on what you're doing to AFK, you have the potential to make money, or to at least increase the amount of potential money that you can make while AFK. And energy is one of those things, because energy really directly translates into money making in the game. As I've gone through in another guide, you can actually make money either milking cows, getting bottled water. One of the things that I was using energy for was gathering red meat, which is a great thing to use your energy for and then put up on the marketplace. So energy directly translates into money. So any of these activities, if you're leaving your character online and you're generating more energy, you are going to theoretically be generating more money in the game. So those are the reasons you want to be AFKing in the game. You get rewards, you get energy, which translates into money. You can also be doing activities that translate into money, and let's go over those now. So really, what you want to do while you're AFK, there's a few different things that you can do while you're AFK, and the potential and the things that you'll be getting are different. One of the things that I already said is sleeping in your bed. Sleeping in your bed is going to regenerate that energy faster. So if you're focused on making money or doing things where you are using your energy to basically translate into money, sleeping is a great way to do that. By sleeping, you're generating more energy per hour. What you want to do is calculate how much energy you have total, and then figure out how long you're going to have to basically be in that bed to, get that energy. What I found is if you're AFK for more than basically an hour or two, sleeping at 0 energy and then regaining, like my energy right now is at 131, it would take a couple hours to regenerate that energy. So if you have more energy capacity, it's going to take longer. So just kind of figure out how long that's going to take. Some people, if you have less energy, it might only take an hour or so to regenerate that energy sleeping in that bed. So that's one activity you could do while you're AFK. The other one, and all of these really nicely are right around town in Heidel here, and that's one of the reasons I like using Heidel as an example. The other one is AFK fishing in town. And remember, trying to keep you guys in the safe zones here. In town, you're just going to run up to any of the rivers here and go AFK fishing. And I know there's plenty of guys on there at AFK fishing. It's very easy to explain. All you do is put a fishing pole on and hit the space bar. That's pretty much it. Walk away from your computer. Minimize it. Do whatever, because your character is now going to be auto fishing. The one thing that you want to keep in mind in auto fishing is how much inventory space you have. If you have a lot of inventory space, i.e. more than the amount of energy points on your item, like my item, I actually have a +2 bailnose fishing rod, but I had hurt some of the durability on it, so it's actually 45 of 60. So anyways, I have 45 potential pulls out of the water. If I have that much space in my inventory slot, I'll usually leave this on where it says throw away useless items caught during auto fishing. The reason that you want to not check that if you have enough space is because it's going to get you the white fish and the cheap fish, basically. Yeah, you're going to get a bunch of boots and nets and stuff, which you can sell at any vendor or just throw away. But you want to save those white fish for things like cooking. Putting those on the marketplace after producing them into dry fish is a good way to make money with them as well. But they are good for cooking. I usually use most of the white fish that I gather. So that's it. Your character will sit here and auto fish. I don't have to touch anything at this point. It's just going to collect that fish as soon as it's ready. So I'm going to actually cancel out of this. Well, I'll finish collecting this fish, which is probably not even a fish. It's a boot. Okay. So that's all you would do. And it would be keep collecting those boots and those nets and stuff while you're AFK. I would highly recommend doing that in town, because if you're not doing it in town, you're going to be kind of at the risk of somebody coming by and catching you in PvP. The other thing that I like to do when I'm AFK is auto looping, which they've added a button now in the game for it, which makes it a little bit easier to do. And basically what an auto loop is, if you bring up the map in the town, you can set your waypoint to anything, right? So I can set it to here, right? And that will automatically run me to that. That's a blue line from my character to that waypoint. The other thing I can do at this point is now I can click this auto loop button, which shows up under your character at the point that you're at. Now when I go back to town, or when I go back to my normal character view and I hit the T, it's going to run up to that waypoint and then back down and then back and then back and forth. So the reason you want to do that is because running increases your breath. Right now I'm currently at level 29, almost maxed out on breath right now. That increases the overall stamina for your character, for that character that you're on. So this could apply to doing on alts or somebody that you're trying to increase their stamina on. The other thing that this is also used for is grabbing trade packs and putting trade packs on your back, which I covered in another video, which increases your strength, which that increases your weight limit. That doesn't increase damage or melee damage or anything, but it does increase your weight limit that your character can hold. So doing this same auto loop with a trade pack on my back increases my strength. So those are two things you can do very easily in any town. And the last one that I would suggest doing in town is increasing your horse level. Now, auto running for yourself, increasing your stamina and your strength, is not going to increase your... it's not going to get you money. It's only going to increase your character stat. So it's one of those things you do when you just want to level that character up or kind of increase that character's weight limit or endurance, but you're not going to really be getting money from doing that. Fishing, you will be getting money for. Once you have those fish and you go sell them at the Trade Master, you're going to be making money. This other tip, the last AFK tool that we're going to use here, you're actually going to be getting money for in the form of horse, either selling your horses or breeding your horses and then selling your horses. So the last one that I would suggest doing is also using the auto looping. And what you're going to do is go to the stable. And I usually do this in Heidel. It's very easy to do in Heidel. Go to the stable, take out your wagon or your horse. If you already have horses connected to your wagon, it's a much better way because you're going to be actually leveling 2 horses at the same time, or 4 if you have a larger wagon. Take that wagon out and then jump on your wagon. And then what you're going to want to do is set up that auto loop again. But instead, this time, what I usually do at this one is I'll go all the way to the other stable master up here and then click auto loop. Go back to the normal character screen and she's off. She's going to run up to the other stable master, run back to this stable master, and basically be auto leveling my horses. The things to keep in mind with this is your wagon does have a cost and your wagon does have a lifespan. So as your wagon lifespan decreases, you'll eventually have to get another wagon to do this with. But if you're doing this efficiently and you're leveling up your horses while you're doing this, you should be able to breed those horses and or sell those horses and or breed them and then sell them. So you should be you have a potential of making a lot of money doing this by breeding and leveling horses at the same time. That's just the easy tips. Stay in town. If any of these things, like with this horse running and fishing, you can do that outside of towns. It's just much safer if you stay in the towns. You don't risk getting attacked by monsters or other players that are just bored. So I would suggest staying in the towns, and you will level up your horses. You do not need to sprint the horses or anything. This will level up your horses while you're just AFK, at work, asleep, you know, doing whatever else you want to be doing. So there's a potential to make a little bit of money on the horses. There's potential to make money on the fishing and or leveling up or helping your character, you know, increase their endurance and strength. Those are my tips for AFK and the reasons why you want to AFK in the game. Hopefully this helps some of you out.